watching The Horizon, the voice of the Amber Woman, exclusively on ABC Amber TV. You are watching The Horizon, the voice of the Amber Woman, exclusively on ABC Amber TV.
The media greatly influences society. They inform people about what is happening. It permeates people's lives by creating their own criteria and opinions. In this way, the media moves the masses, creating different social movements.
For over 60 years, the people of Ambazonia were deprived of such privileges. The privilege to enhance their own criteria and opinion. They have suffered cultural genocide for 6 long decades, but not in this age and not with undaunted ABC Amber News on board.
You must understand that wars are fought and won in the media. The speed of the revolution on Ambazonia's quest for freedom cannot be explained without highlighting the diligent use of the media.
Franco-Cameroon colonizers, among other strategic moves, weaponized the media against Ambazonia for so long, and they continue to do so even today. The question would be, how much do the oppressed people of Ambazonia need to counter the media rage?
Indeed, how much more is required to stop the genocide? The carnage in Ambazonia didn't start today. In 1961, 1972, 1984, 1992, Ambazonians were slaughtered in huge numbers and help was not forthcoming. Why? Because the oppressor was the piper in the media.
The good news is we have what it takes to dictate the pace.
Right now, ABC Amber TV is taking advantage of the wonders of multimedia aggressively
to inform the misinformed and disinformed with undaunted and other revolutionary programs bringing it to the news untold stories.
Most importantly, to win the media war by taking ABC Amber TV into every multimedia platform.
In a word, where the importance of storytelling can never be overemphasized, Ambazonians has to tell her own story, not the other way round.
And like we say it always, Ambazonia must narrate her story accurately. We can do this together, you know, right? You are just a click away. Visit our website at www.abcambertv.com, and the steps are quite simple.
With just a click on the website, you can become a club member with so many benefits.
You can also make a one-time donation, advertise and showcase your goods and services at the marketplace on the website.
That was easy, right? You're welcome on board.
And thank you for opting for the winning team.
You are watching The Horizon, the voice of the Amber Woman, exclusively on ABC Amber TV.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, fellow Amazonians, fellow viewers all over the world, in the Americas, in Europe, in Asia, wherever you found yourself, in Africa, on ground one, at home front, you are all welcome to the Woman's Platform, the voice of the Amazonian woman. We are staying the course because our focus is to get to homeland. We have to get to homeland. That is our motto. We're staying the course. We ask of you, if you are just tuning in through Facebook, through WhatsApp, or whatever media you are using, please do share, and get everyone connected so we can together rub minds and talk with one another one way or the other. I want to appreciate everyone who has made our time today, most especially the technical crew. I love the background. I love the scene. It's wonderful. It's Amazonia, blue and white. What an awesome platform. We just appreciate everyone. It has not been easy for us as children of Amazonia. Over the years, 60 years gone by, even 100 years gone by since we were in Nigeria, it has not been easy for us. This is the fourth generation who is still on their way, who is still in the wilderness, still looking, still searching, still fighting to make homeland. But the good news is homeland is sure. Homeland is sure. You and I, our children and our children's children, are going to live in another era in former British Southern Cameroons, today Amazonia, as the never again generation chooses to call it. We shall make homeland. Nothing will stop us, not the speed bumps, not the brake lights, not the ambushes, not even the fake green lights. Our hopes and spirits are very high. There's nothing that will bring us down. I can assure you this. You know within you, within yourself, you know that nothing good comes easily. And the enemy will never let you say, okay, go. I'm tired of you, go. No, they never concede to defeat. But this time around, whether they like it or not, it is not a matter of choice. It's an obligation. They will, and they will. The institutions, the mechanisms are already put in place. There's nothing they can do about it. It can only delay. It will not be denied. If it were to be denied, we would have been usurped long time ago. But the fact that we keep growing from strength to strength is every evidence that we are going to make it. And we are on the way already making it. The results are there, results are high, testimonies are boasting every day. If you've not heard, please, ABC Amber TV is a place for you to be. Fellow viewers, share the link on Facebook, share it on YouTube. Those on home front, just call one neighbor or the other to come and sit with you and keep listening to your favorite TV station, where you get every information that you need that will guide you to reach homeland. Not talking too much. This is the voice of the Amazonian woman on ABC TV. I'm not here alone. As I usually say, most of us, we are working, and we rush from one end to the other just to catch up with time so we can take other responsibilities as this one. So the panelists will be coming. For the time being, I will hang up here and do what I can do. And I ask of you to share with me. I don't know if the technical crew will put the phone number on the screen, and at any time, if your call comes in, it will just be enough and polite of me to pick up the call and listen to what he or she has to share with us on this platform. Once again, thank you for making it after having a very busy week from Monday to Friday. Thank you for sitting tight. Please share, share, share. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Amazonians, beloved brothers and sisters, we have so many things on our plate today. The experts will be coming here to come and talk about it. If not, from our various standpoints, we are privileged to have certain information that if they do not get on time, the conversation continues. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be talking to you. I will just dive into the 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 women's department. You know, the voice of the Amazonian woman is one of the highlights and program by the Department of Women's Services in the Federal Republic of Amazonia. Let me just give you a brief background how it all came about. It was born in 2018 during the ASSC 1 in Berlin. That was when this women's services was born. I've told this story all over for some time now, but it's good for us to know where we are coming from because many people did not have the opportunity to listen to us last time and maybe they didn't get it. So there's the more reason why we keep telling the same stories or just a similar one so everybody will be on the same level of information. So if you see us doing some repetition, it's not because there's nothing to say. We have lots and lots and lots of things to say, but it's good to always remind us where we are coming from so we will know we will better forge ahead. So as I was saying, women's department came on 2018 during ASSE 1, and it was inscribed in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Amazonia, ASSE 2 in Berlin, that took place this 2022. So I just want us to examine why was even this department created. You know, if you look at it, the population of the world, women make up about 60%. We make up about 60% of the world's population, which gives us a strong voice, a harder standpoint to be able to do exceedingly, to do wonderful things, to do things that our brothers may not even be able to do because the woman may be termed the weaker sex, but it is the stronger link. It is the weaker sex with the stronger link because each time you are connected to a woman, you will know that the results will be double. The results will triple, it will quadruple itself each time a woman is involved. So by creating this department, it was really an initiative. You know, the women were equally present during ASSE 1. And even before them, the role the women have been playing and since the war was declared on us on 2016 by this autogeneric creature. I don't want to call their names because sometimes it's so aching. Somebody was a little girl, you grow to get into grandma, you begin to see the same people sitting in the same place. You wonder whether you are living in stagnancy or you are even evolving, if you are even going anywhere. Because the people you knew as children are still just sitting in the same place. Evolution, you don't know. You ask yourself, where are we heading to? So it is the more reason why women really need to sit up and stand up and ask the questions. Where are our children going to go after 20 years, after 30 years? You know, here in Europe, in the white man's land, before a child is 18, at 16 years, they even start voting. because by the time they are 20, they must have voted for a party system that will that they will decide their future 4 years ahead. So at 16, they go to vote. They influence the political scene before they even get there. And at 18, 20, you see some of them are already sitting in the parliament. They are equally making laws that are befitting to them and the generation to come. But if you look at where we are coming from, the same people you wrote their names when they ask you who was the Minister of Education in civics, who was the Prime Minister, who was this, you see those same people are still hanging around. And you too, you are approaching and coming. You ask yourself, am I really growing? These are some of the stagnant situations that make people to forget where they are coming from, make people to even work hard to change their situation because everybody thinks that if that person is still 80 years, is still hanging around, what of me? I'm just 40. You know, a system is put in place where people have the tendency to attach a rubber band and elastic at the side of their birth certificates. The birth certificate has elastic. You put it there by the side. Each time, either you pull it or you contract it. You pull it, you contract it. This is how the system works. But ladies and gentlemen, fellow Amazonians and women especially, I am here just to address some points with us so that we could encourage ourselves. This department was created not just for us to be talking and be moving about. It was created that you should look at yourself as a mother and ask yourself, how many kids do I have in this time of war? What is my role? What can I do? What can I do to impact the life of another child? Because if you are still just feeding your own children, you have not started. The journey is still very long. The journey is still very long for you. You really have to get up and do something. You see, through the women's department, there are many things that we have been able to do, many projects, and we are still doing them. Last week, we were able to show us here how we have been able to sustain the girl child. You know, most of when this war started, most of our girls were just 8 years old. Some were 7 years old, some were 9 years. If you look, they have reached that age where maybe they don't even know where the mama is. They don't know where their family members are. They are all by themselves. You begin to imagine if that 28-day circle comes and meets such a child, some even at 12, some now at 11, you get up and you find even at 10 years, the women's department is doing its best to reach out to girls, those in refugee camp, those out there in 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 IDP centers and all those areas. There are benevolent mothers who have opened homes and taken in children, and we try to reach some of those homes. Just imagine 3 good days. Some girls they will have 5 days. No, 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 nothing. Nothing, not the way they go take and put am say make they cover their skin when this time don reach. You fit imagine how difficult it can be during those days. You sleep in the night, everywhere is tight. You want to wake up, there's nothing to sustain. Some of us must have forgotten because um, we just live in a world where the thing is just in the shop. You just go and buy like 50 and come and throw at your home, and everybody is just using it. But please, we like every woman to think out of the box. Think out of the box, out of your own home, out of your own comfort zone. Come out and begin to do some initiative programs. I want to applaud the SOS for the this department, my patience, who is on a working trip this weekend. That's why she's not with us. Mape, all the best where you are. Maflo, you are welcome. Maflo, you're welcome. Yes. Just give me some time. I just wanted to catch your attention. Yes, because you were not aware that you were already on screen. You're welcome. Okay, nice to see my sister, my warrior sister. And ladies and
Hi, catch
gentlemen,
me
as I was
red-handed too.
not the only me one who plenty. I was just the one with a yardstick to call you out because many could not from from their places. You're welcome. So as I was saying, that my patients did an excellent job. She took out time, did some, gathered some of those things, bought them in numbers. And we want to really appreciate that effort because it has helped many people. Many girls have benefited from it. The department went out, did extra buying, and we want to believe that for the next 4 months, some girls will sleep peacefully without thinking, how am I going to take care of myself during those um, those blessed days? It is an appeal. This is why we are saying that there is a fund drive ongoing because the cycle is a continuous thing. Cycle, it doesn't end. When one's own stops, the other one begins, and we all need these things. The children need it, young women need it. Our mothers and our sisters who have who have gone fulfilled the time, they know what it means, the importance for a woman to have that cloth, that thing hanging around. So this is why we are appealing that don't just give your own girl children. Look for other 5, 10 girl children to give them. Give them. It will go a very
Yes,
long way.
yes, Ma Rachel, that is a very important point. Ma Patience has been a great asset to this our revolution. She is a formidable force to reckon with, and this is what people don't understand. There's not too much noise making. You need to do something at your little corner to put a smile on somebody's face during this kind of critical time and war. Instead of us to see what we can do to support our people back home, we are on social media fighting one another. And people like Ma Patience is silently doing that great job at the back. Kudos to our sister. I'm so happy that she stood up to do that. Without her, probably no one will think beyond just being Dr. Patience. But we are happy that our girls are going to have something to protect themselves from being embarrassed when they go out in public or when they go to buy chop in the market. Thank you, Ma Patience, for your good job. The Lord will reward you. Ambazonians are watching. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Yes, I started off with my patients because she is the SOS of this house. There are many, many sisters in the USA who are doing great job. Even those of us in Europe, equally at our quiet places. This is why we are just talking on the role of a woman at war times. We
Yeah.
don't really want to go to the typical kind of um, worldwide war system, how women were working in the industries, they were feeding the men. All those, we have them on our list here. And we just want to look at the typical thing that the Amazonian woman is doing and where the Amazonian woman has to really come in stronger, well, what we really need to do as a group, as women. There are many sisters who have gone out there. They are they they have just partnered with orphanages. They have partnered with orphanages. There were some sisters who went down and they were able to do lots of things for our orphanages. They fed them at Christmas. They gave them items, you know, I may not go out here to call their names, but if they are listening, they know. And we have our Ma Irene also, who is equally sitting every time contacting people, raising money behind the scene, because fundraising is one aspect, is one vital role of a woman at war
Yeah.
times. When you are able to contact somebody to say, where some papa don't call me say their house or e dey for this condition, my pikin dem dey like this, you go, you call one or two of your friends, four, you raise small money, you send am for that papa. Person like Ma Irene don do am plenty times. She has been able to, even when I was prison director, she will call me to say, Ma Rachel, I talk for some people, then they talk say they wan give money for prison, see the money, take am. Even when Mafri came, the same thing, you know. So these are some of the things. You must not wait until you are a Secretary of State, until you are in any, those things is just to facilitate responsibility. All this calling of so many names that we are calling here, it's not that. It is you that, it is the why we are appealing that don't wait until you are called director this before you begin to do something. I was just like me, one day I was sleeping my own one day. Somebody just called me and said, "Ma Rachel, I know that you're this kind of a person, this is your work. Um, I know that you will be able to feed in this thing. Why don't you take it?" I said, "What is it?" He told me. I said, "Why not? This is a continuity in my work." So I entered, I started doing it. I was working until before any name came that, oh, let's distribute responsibilities, because we were just doing this, doing that, everybody. So just come in as a woman, selflessly, without waiting. Maybe I was even late for somebody to even remind me, but then it was the beginning. Things were not serious. We thought it was going to end the next day. So that was why when it was getting deeper and deeper and deeper, and responsibilities are getting, um, so that is in Maflo. So I would just want to ask you, Maflo, also you are the defense woman. You are one of our strong sister when it comes to that side. Um, like, what, how do you feel in your role, or what have you been able to do? Especially today, you came a little bit late because of the issues that are going on in your county. So I'll just let you have a conversation and share some points of view with our brothers and sisters. As a woman, that role you play, how tight or how relaxed or how comfortable or how unbearing do you feel putting on those shoes?
Ma Rachel, one thing that we need to understand is what we were not born to be doing what we're doing right now. And we just found ourselves in this war. Nobody expected that Ambazonians will one day rise up the way we did. And when the war started, um, we started looking for ways to support those who were just using leaves to fight the enemy, rubber gun to fight the enemy. We started from earlier on, right from 2016, trying to advise our people how to go about defending themselves individually at the background. I didn't start this role today, so it is not comfortable because our finest fighters have been killed when they were not able to defend themselves. Sometimes I don't sleep when you hear that a fighter has been killed or is injured, or they need food or they need water, they need medicine. It's not a very comfortable place to be in, I must tell you. But as time went on, We became used to the situation, just like the fighters on the ground have become used to learning tactics to fight the enemy. When you are at a survival mood, you try to look for ways to survive. Even if you see a rope, you hang on it. This is how we are surviving. I'm just saying that Amazonians are stronger because we have been able to resist the enemy up to this point without a single knowledge of how to handle a bullet, from rubber gun to gunpowder to handling AKs to educating our boys about international laws as far as war is concerned. There's a lot of work going on, Rachael, and we are learning as we go along. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, I'm so tired because there is an invasion in Boyo right now, and we have been talking about it, see how we can advise our people, advise our boys to go about defending themselves. Thank you. Are you there, Rochelle?
Okay, yes, Marflo, thank you very much for that. You are on the horizon, the voice of the Amazonian woman on ABC TV. Actually, the Amazonian woman has been playing a lot, has been doing a lot, as we were saying. This women's department has been able to adopt widows, came up with a micro project where we sustain them with stipends to start up something to take care of that burnt house, that child that has been left fatherless, that mother that has been left childless. That those are some of the things that we do in this department. We just stay here to talk, but getting one-on-one with our fellow mothers, our fellow sisters, it is not a ride in the park. It is very painful when you hear the different narratives, how our people really have to suffer. Women, we are calling on you to come out and be the mouthpiece. Women are supposed to talk, cry out loud, be the town crier in times of war, narrate the atrocities, contact the people in your villages, in your local government area, and get prime first-hand information so that nobody will tell your own story for you. You will be able to tell your own story. This is the cry, this is the plea that we have as Amazonians, that we should be able to tell our own story. Let nobody tell our story for us. I want to really appreciate all the sisters, Mama G, Ma Esther, Mama Titi, Mama Chief of Staff Communication, all of these wonderful women, Mama Kemi, all these wonderful women who are not sitting quiet, but crying out with audios in all of our fora to let us know that what is being said out there is nothing but fabricated lies from the pits of hell. That is what women are supposed to be doing. It is not only these 4, 5, 6, or 7 women that we have. We have, we are many. We are many wherever we are, all over the world. It is our prime responsibility. It is the role of the woman to come out and talk. Our sisters said it in Kumba. Our sisters said it they said it in Bamenda market that we cannot um, um, we know the respect una because we no vote no man for Anglo-Saxon culture. Now we self the vote were people, then they need to impose somebody. And when you take your hand vote somebody, you live to respect that person. And if the person not dey behave the way he correct for behave, you go move it for that place. You will tear it down, bring it down. Say this is not the reason why I put you there. So you see, these are the things. Look at our mama sitting here. Is the defense person for a whole county. This is a woman. Our narratives now we get to talk, and if you no can talk wetin wey dey happen for Boyo now, La Republic go talk im own lies. Like now, one of my papa dey just dey write me, dey tell me say make we try talk, say dem dey for CRTV, dem dey talk how way na our pikin dem. Everybody knows that, and a bona fide Amazonian, a real fighter fighting for a just cause, will never set fire to burn down our institution. They will never. So una mami dem for Manfe, get pikin dem for Manfe wey una get Facebook, una get Snapchat, una get Instagram, una get TikTok. All that kind thing na for take am dey talk am for there. No be for only for pikin dey talk say this one go sleep man a woman, this one go take this man a woman, this man go for market go thief. All that one dem, yes, e fine make people relax with some story dem, but if you get your platform, make you try to use your platform, be using your platform also, and be educating the world of what is really going on in the parts of the world where you come from. That one go make you a woman, no be for pikin dey talk say this one go thief, this one e underwear, and this one go this side, this one go talk say all those things dem still fine, na part of life, but women should be the mouthpiece to tell the truth. Because if women comot dey cry, hey, dem don burn Manfe hospital o, dem don burn Manfe hospital, we go know and add am say Ambazonian pikin no fit born am. Dem no go fit, because dem know say when e bad, dem say dem go run go there. But person wey no be im own go born am, because e know say if anything wan happen, dem go carry you for helicopter, dem go go. Dem go go with you for the next place, so dem go go cure you. So the thing really dey
Yes.
logical. I dey approve. Yes, ma Flo talk.
Um, as we speak, they have burned down a district hospital in Bello, LGA. So the pictures are gonna come out soon, and the boys have been there for a long time. Why didn't they burn it? Why now? After La Republic invasion, the hospital that they burned down in the southern zone, has it not been there? And the boys have been there. I think that people like Mimi for when they want to report, they just speak because they are working for the enemy and trampling on the blood of our fighters and trying to use stories to make us look black. Now they are calling us separatist fighters. Before they were calling us terrorists. The irony behind it is that there are some of us who claim to be fighting for Ambazonia, who claim to be on a neutral ground, who claim all sort of stuff. They don't even reason before they make a statement. The boys have been there, not burning down the hospital. Why do they have to burn that to make a point? And we, some of Ambazonians, we don't listen, we don't ask questions, even sit in your house and ask a question. Why now? Why did they burn down the hospital now? Have they not, is that not their locality? Is that not where they go for treatment? If they burn down the hospital, where? And then the person that is speaking in that video is speaking in French. Our boys don't speak French, they speak English. So somebody is reporting something in French, and if it is a bona fide Ambazonia, they will be looking for water to quench the fire, and not just standing there and filming and reporting. It doesn't make sense. I want the world to know that La République du Cameroon has burned down our hospitals, which is against international law and it's a war crime. Burning down hospitals with patients in there who are hiding, who are sick, who wants to be treated, you burn it down in order to target on the fighters. That doesn't make sense. The international community, they are not stupid. They are not
Ma Flo,
stupid.
this topic that we are dodging into is already a major topic on our list. I just want us to just wrap up with this role, this thing that what women should, or what women are already doing in this Amazonian war. Like you are already bearing the flag. You are going out there I called you, you said I have to listen to all the calls that have come in. There is something going on in Bello and everything. That is just what a woman in the war should be tipped up with information, so that when we come on screen like women, we give first-hand information. We don't just talk because some person go say, una dey talk, una dey dey. Oh, thank God for the digital world. Thank God for everything that we are able to switch on and switch in. So Ma Flo came in. She told me, Ma Rachel, please wait, I have to get information, first-hand information, then I come on screen. This is what we are talking about. If you are in Manfe, get ready. Wherever they have been killing in the last days, the killing spree has begun. It has, they have reactivated their genocide. We are going to read it. We are going to read. I'm going to read from the communique that the Department of Secretary, the that the communique that the Department of Communication gave out. I'm going to pick some of the patches there and read it when we'll be talking about how the Republic is ready to destroy our institutions. But before then, women, we continue to appeal to you. This, the horizon, is the voice of the Amazonian woman. It is your platform to come. Even our brothers are invited to come here to share the views, to talk what they know better, what they have heard. Is though we say voice of the Amazonian woman, everybody can speak through the Amazonian woman. It is our platform, all of us. While we appreciate the sisters who have been doing marvelous job with their audios online and everything. Yes, we really, yes. There is a caller. I need to pick this call. They want to contribute. So, hello,
Yeah, I want to talk. Yes,
hello, Ma.
yes. Can I? I need to because I'm at work. Can I say something on the show?
Yes, Ma.
Oh, am I okay to talk?
Yeah, okay to talk. You can go. Go on.
All right. Thank you so much, Maflo. Thank you so much. Your cafe day off as usual. Ma Rachel, thank you so much. I am really so sorry. I really wanted us to be on this show together, but unfortunately, I am on site, working, and I could not really participate.
Yeah.
But I did. I'm trying to watch and work at the same time, and I heard you say something about women and the war. I just wanted to take this opportunity, first of all, to really thank you, to thank Ma Flores, to thank the ladies like the Ma Benedictas of the world, those that are really working hard and they don't show their faces and nobody knows that. There's so many silent heroes called women in this Amazonian struggle. I just want to thank all of you for what you do. I'm taking this opportunity to also plead to all Amazonian women. Remember that these children that are dying, they either birthed by your cousin or somebody in your village that you know. As we sit and we're not supporting this war financially, or some of us think, oh, because we're in the diaspora, oh, because all my people, they don't do America, it don't concern me. That is very shameful. It is very shameful because those mummies, when we were growing up, I remember eating from every mother's house. There is no mother that did not give us food. So if God has blessed your own family and taken you out of home, it is time for you to please, for the sake of those mothers that gave you food. Most of the women in this diaspora, they came here taking political asylum, using the stories of these children that are dying. And it is time for you all to pay back. Remember that all of us could be home. It could be me, it could be you. But as women, we need to make sure that we do the right thing. And the right thing is to fight. The right thing is to speak up. The right thing is to make sure we draft. The right thing is to join your local government. Please, I'm begging all my sisters that are listening to us right now. Join your local government. Your people need you. It's not sharing emails all day or when you read something that you like, you forward it. That's not helping. Pick up your phone like Ma Florence and Ma Rachel do every night. Call somebody that you know. That person will know somebody that knows somebody. Because we cannot just keep pretending that we are not at war. We are at war. Please. Marriages. So that's what I wanted to chip in. If you have any question for me, I'll be more than happy to answer.
Thank you, Ma Irene. Mama, thank you very much. You know, you are one of the epitome of, let me say, backbone for the women. You are an icon that anybody can reckon with anytime. I appreciate you personally, big sister, Mama, anytime for the wonderful work you are doing. I wish I could just have half of that your power. Half is even too much. But I still appreciate you so much that relentlessly, selflessly, you go out there and it's just a wonder. We just thank God that you are leading, you are taking the path of truth and justice. And let God continue to empower you. Yes, Mama, thank you. Yes.
Moses, thank you so much. My family pledged $3,000 for the draft.
Mhm.
I am going to be paying $2,000 in the next 3 minutes. I have
Okay.
not had time when I leave work.
Uh-huh.
That's the first thing I'm going to do.
Yeah, very
Pay
soon.
in my $2,000. So please, Ambazonia people, if you're listening to me now, help my sister. That is a money. And Maplo, please call in and pay your draft. If you pledge to support Bui or support Angoputikunja for the special fund drive, please call in and pay. There is no need, like the president said, to pledge and you don't redeem that pledge. It's worse than not even pledging at all.
Mhm.
So please, list our sisters that cook, clean, take care of the kids, take care of the house. They still find time for the struggle. What about you, men? What are you waiting on? Why should the women do it all? They cook, they clean, they birth the babies, but we're begging those brothers that are still on the sideline, jump in. That's why I appreciate our president. I appreciate our brother Padi. I appreciate all of you, the men that are involved. My Nijo that sits there for 10, 12, 15 hours. All of you that are county or country chairman Claude of ABC, all of these silent heroes. Una cafe day up and 21 gun salute for ground zero. Ground zero, if una know somebody as Nadi watch,
Home
if you
front.
know so your sister
Mama,
will
home
your
front.
ask say the pay draft.
Mama, home front.
Oh, sorry. Oh, forgive me. Please, home front, home front. It says when they watch us, when I ask them for your sister, your brother, we did their diaspora, say you don't draft. If they say yes, ask them for their certificate number. Because if they think say they no go draft, and when Ambazonia free, they will come. My sister, it no go dey easy. It no go dey easy. But I want to appreciate you, my beautiful little sis, for
Thank you.
everything you do. You are not only a prayer warrior for this struggle, you are sitting on the front line. You are there fighting for Jikwa. Hello, the men of Jikwa, where are you? Hello, Jikwa sons, where are you? Where are you? Hello, Boyo sons, where are you? Please, come help us. Let's finish this thing and go home together. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma. I thank you very much for that wonderful contributions. Fellow viewers, you know, we can stay here the whole day and next week continue talking. We will never run dry of information. So long as we are in this struggle, we can never run dry. We have lots and lots and lots of things to say every day, every time. But as other duties to call, family duties, government duties, home, the countries where we have to, by God's grace, put things together and be here to fulfill the other part of our responsibility. That is why we are appealing that women come out. If you don't come out in a way, you can just tap one other sister, I need that number, and call to say, I have this for this child. I have this for this sister. Do you have a woman somewhere that I can do something for? Please, there is nothing that is small. They say empty hand, need to go for more. So any small thing wey dey, you go fit give am. Some person go take am, e go send am for some side. And the way wey we dey do am very strictly now na say when you give your 100, say make dem give somebody. If we find person wey really be in need of that 100, we dey give that person that 100. enable that person may send us a video of wetin wey e don do with that 100. Dem may call am out say e receive 100. You know, most times if you send 100 for we when we receive am now, we know as we get to send am, there will be taxes and all those things. But because we no want maybe say um we no wan say make some person say if e receive na 95 dollar for the money wey dem send am, sometimes we take the charges to make sure that the person gets the 100 euros, so that you will get an audio sent to you with the videos of what that person benefited from that your 100 euro. This is how we start doing transparency and accountability. We give you the person gives you an audio, gives you what they have done with the money, and you hear and a thank you message. This is how far we go. So please, sisters, don't say I will give my money, maybe they will take and go do something. They maybe they go use am. No man no go use your money. Marriage no use your money. My patience, neither man Irene or no person. Most times now we dey even the when they wake up you for night, say my pikin dey hospital, they send you the picture where the pikin dey for drip, or you talk with the nurse say if dem no give money now, I no go start any treatment. Wetin you go do na you sef you go start call some person for that night say una do this thing, una do, you go find person wey go solve that problem, and na you go first take the responsibility first before you wan even calm the talk say abeg make una help make we raise. Sometimes you just do and you forget, you have blessed the sister, you've blessed the child, because we are at war. So everyone is supposed to come on deck. They say, what does it cost a man to gain the whole world and he will lose his soul? Maybe one child, two children, a widow, or three widows were your responsibility, the only thing that God sent you to come and do in this life, and you failed not to do them. On that day, they will ask you, what did you do with your life? It was not your own child that you sponsored to Harvard. It was not your own child that you sent somewhere. It will surely be that child that you did not meet up when the time came, which is at this Amazonian war. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, fellow sisters, may we begin to think how we want support any initiative, adopt a prisoner of war family, adopt a widow with one or two children, um, adopt an orphan. All those things, those are things that women do with their kind heartedness during times of war. God has already blessed us and put us where we can get one or two benefits. It is our responsibility to respond by taking up challenges that the enemy has put before us, and tell them that we are up to the task. So, Maflo, I don't know if you have anything to add on this. If not, we'll be sliding to how La Republique plans to wipe out our institutions. This is where we have to talk and cite things that they are doing to destroy us. So, Maflo, over to you.
Yes, thank you, Mara. Sure. The one thing I want to highlight on what you're just saying is that uh, Ambazonian woman has always been a warrior. If you look back history, from my own area, there is what they call Anlu. Anlu was a group of women from Boyo, particularly the Kom women, who had to come out naked, and they had to march to Bamenda naked, and they fought war, a psychological war. It was not quite physical, but that was considered to be very spiritual, because in my tribe, seeing a woman, an older woman who is naked, is kind of a curse. And so when they came out naked, soldiers were running away, and they were singing the songs of Anlu. I can't sing any of them because I'm too young. But a woman has always played a pivotal role in a war in any country. They feed, they become cookers. Some even going to the war front, and if you are a woman sitting out there thinking that there's nothing you can do, please, you need to think again, because there are lots of things that you can do. You can do anything on the home front. We call it home front now because we see that we are not zero people. We are a people of dignity and a people who are educated and a people who have a lot of potential, and not only in Africa but at the world stage. um, and we have that capability of doing things that are respectable at the international law. Up to now, the international community are watching at us in awe because they knew that by now La Republic would have defeated us. But we are a people with a history of war that we have defeated even the Germans. And we are here to say that if you are an Amazonian woman and you are sitting there and saying that una thing as Mangwa has actually said, you will be ashamed of yourself tomorrow. Because as I am sitting here, I know that I'm writing a history for my children, for my grandchildren, and for my great grandchildren. And you sitting on the keyboard, you are writing no history because I don't know what you're gonna tell your children. You were during this wartime, you were fighting, busy writing, antagonizing people on social media. Nobody's gonna record that. But once you give a food soldiers, you give food to the women who are hiding in the bushes, they will always remember you and they will always pray for you. Remember that any leader in this war, in this interim government, is the first to contribute. We are not going to contribute our money and turn around and steal it. If you look at very critically, those who are stealing money are those who have not contributed a dime. Sometimes they pledge, but they don't pay. And
Okay,
and
Maflo,
and and
thank you very much.
yeah, let me just finish this statement. So those who think that if they contribute, somebody is gonna take their money, please, that is a fat lie. We now has even gone further. Even those who are the home front who want to contribute, even a dime, even they call it 25, is not small because that is what the international community is watching at. They want to see how much our people are eager to gain freedom. So the time is coming when we're going to talk about that, how people at the home front can contribute. You are one cocoa, you are one potato, you are one beans. In no day small, you are contributing to the war. Thank you.
Hmm, Maflo, now true talk that nothing no dey ever small. Really, this five finger they dey so dem not dey the same, and God don bless everybody according to different measures. So now for these different measures dem wey we dey appeal, but we go still come for that one. We get talk wey we wan can talk am for concerning that one, and then we go even read some certain details concerning that talk wey this talk concerning contribution. You know, everybody dey contribute something somewhere somehow. So we go come for that one. But now may we just talk because e dey pain me inside my heart how a person go build house, some person burn am, burn am, build church dey burn am, people go hospital dey go burn dem for there. Person go school dey go shoot am for there. Dem don dey kill pikin dem since how many years? E dey like that time for King Herod wey be decide for kill children from 0 years to 2 years because e be dey find Jesus Christ. Na just because say we dey forget many things dem wey dey don happen, many things we do forget because maybe na so God be want am. God be want am say make create human being for the way human being no go too dey remember, go dey try for dey forget something dem so that may no overstay because e head go fit explode if you over dey think. But then some certain things dem dey wey we no get to forget am, na why that way dey write book so that when book dey even if you want anytime you go back for that book, you go look and you go read am, we get information. And why that way they talk say you go find say make we begin open book, make we begin write our own history. We should write our history by ourselves. We self get to write our own history. Let it thing I wan read and now so for una so now so. Na thing that way una know, all we will know the thing that we know the date dem. We don hear am for audio, we don read am for forum dem, we don hear am for radio. Any man don talk am, we don hear for TV, any man fit don talk im own. But if you ask me, if they ask you say, you remember wetin wey you be here last week? You say, I no fit remember o. The information dey be plenty. Na which one? So na the reason, that's the more reason why we select some information and we bring them so that we should not forget where we are coming from. So that we will be focused on where we are going to. We will be direct on point on what we are doing anywhere we are at that particular time. So I will just read. This is sent out by the Office of Secretary Martin Mungwa, PhD. This is a communique that came out on Tuesday, the 9th of June, 2022. It says, Mission Massacre and the continuation of La République du Cameroon's genocide on the people of Amazonia. Some people then say they used to forget say we dey for genocide because we dey see marriage that dey take place, we dey see burn house that dey take place. But you know, some genocide dey wey na open genocide. Like how Hitler be do im own, open gas chamber, put people dem for inside, lock dem for concentration camp, starve dem to death, and all those things. Put dem for gas chamber, they die. All man talk say genocide because e be pack the people dem for one place, all man see am. But some other coded genocide dey wey na the one wey La République chief enemy na im dey do am against the people of Amazonia. Because when they go today for Bello, they kill. Tomorrow they go for Boyo, they kill. They take 1 week, then they go for Mutengene, they kill. They take another 1 day, they go for that side, they kill. Na so that the jump, that they go, that they kill. Since as person dey see am at one time, na people dey feel say no, no be genocide. Hey, e no concern me. Where people dey die from Mutengene, where me I comot me na for Widikum. Then when they shoot for your corner door for Widikum for Upper Bayang, you say, hey, they kill people dem for here o. Na the tactics that wey dem dey use am for wipe out the institution. Our institution na wetin, no be building, na human being. You are an institution loaded with all the blessing and destiny wey God give you before you came to this world. You are a full institution made up of every aspect on this life with the possibility to become anything you want to do. But if they start kill you at bay as a kid baby matter, 2 months old, na a whole institution that way they don kill am. They don kill na a whole woman that wey e be for fit comot born president. Na a whole institution that they don kill am. Some woman wey be for comot grow up a beautiful young girl, become something for a country, they kill her institution. The one the way they kill am for Kumba, now institution than that. So I wan read am for here where Dr. Mungwa say the interim government of the Federal Republic of Amazonia vehemently condemns the massacre of 10 Amazonian civilians in the peaceful community of Mission in Fungom, LGA, Menchum County, on the 1st of June 2022 by dictator Paul Biya's genocidal Turks known as Bataillon de Intervention Rapide, BIR, famous B. You go there, some people don't even know where Fungom dey. Some people that say they not even hear except say they kill 10 people them for day. So when you tell them say genocide dey, the person wey dey for Fako for Victoria, maybe they drink Mimbo, they chop a fish for down beach. You tell you say they don't kill 10 people for Fungom. How e go affect you? But now the tactics then this way that they use them for say they go here kill, na so that they destroy our institution. 10 people them. Look here the kind 10 people that they kill am. Our preliminary investigation, despite communication challenges, indicates that among the 10 compatriots indiscriminately gunned down on that fateful day, there was an innocent 18 months old baby girl, 18 months old. Now another destiny that, now another institution that way they not give you opportunity may even live. Who clung onto her mother as the barbaric genocidal French Cameroon triggered Happy Turks unleashed bullets at point blank range, killing the innocent baby and her mother. Who be that kind person wey go see mommy carry pikin, e shoot the pikin? Dat kind thing we keep see am for that video wey dem be show am for north wey dem be dey shoot some mami dem with pikin dem for their back go dey hala hey who dey do dis kind thing? We no be know say e go come reach at our doorsteps. Dis one na for Ngwomo for Menchum county, na for there dis one happen. Na your Anglo-Saxon brother, Anglo-Saxon mami dis with the pikin. Pikin tight for mami skin, dey shoot the mami, dey shoot the pikin. And then you siddon you go talk say dat one na thing. Na the tactics dem dis way dem dey take am for wipe out a whole that's what they also call ethnic cleansing apart from genocide. Ethnic cleansing. And then when dem don do am finish, dem dey for out there for pikin dey lie say na una own pikin dem dey talk am. Thank God for mami for Kumba woman the way dem be talk say no be our pikin dem dey kill. Thank God for Mama Mary wey e be say objection, I object. Objection, Mr. Minister of Territorial Administration. After you send your text dem dey go work out, dey go kill people dem, una come siddon una go lie. But interim government dey send out the communique for tell Ambazonian people to let the Ambazonian people know the caliber of people that they kill. They kill 10, we don only describe na 2. Mami pikin, 18 months old pikin. They say 4 women, 5 men, and the 18 months old baby were summarily executed just for being Ambazonians. Una remember that story where some boy be talk say the catch here and friend them. That was in sand pit in Boya. They catch here and friend them. They carry them, they go that side for Mautu for go for road for Ekona Lulu. No, for Mamu, the other side for go for Ekona Lulu. They go kill them for there. Time wey he talk French, he tell them say he be French pikin o. He talk French say he be French pikin. They want them na only a friend them. They kill a friend them, they not kill him. So wetin go make you think say this one the way they kill and they need to kill them na because say they be Southern Cameroonians? If you want argue, that is a live evidence. So they say they kill them only because they be Amber landers. So we were people wey dey relax them for America and for white man country, they say e no concern we. You think say some day go can be where you go can go where they go open door welcome you say may you come? Na lie. You fall inside the hot soup. He say, and then another 1-year-old baby girl was lethally wounded and is in a critical state in the hospital. The pikin dey for outside hospital. Wait to show say they no go burn that hospital where that pikin sef dey there. And the way the pikin dey critically ill, how e go do run with critical condition? That means say go just burn inside the place. And then una siddon una Ambazonia and then una say e no concern me. Una talk say na our brother dem. How your brother go do just siddon pikin dey know as e go burn hospital, can't see you shoot? So they say Ambazonia is mourning. Our hearts go to the families, mommy and papa, them brothers and sisters, them way una don where they don lost that loved ones. Now all we the mourn. Ambazonia is mourning. They not talk na only say this family the mourn. All of Ambazonia is mourning. Our hearts goes to the family, to these innocent victims whose lives have been cut short by the excesses of this dictator Bia's extermination agenda, manifested by the ongoing genocide. We keep saying it's an ongoing genocide and scorched earth policy towards the peace-loving people of Ambazonia, Southern Cameroons. Una go look and say Amazonian dem na peace-loving people because even since as this war start, dem dey kill we the past. Una never ever hear say Amazonian carry stick even knack some person wey na French Cameroon person. E never they never do am because na people dey wey dey love peace. We dey only pray say where papa, as so una don show say una no love we, make una come make we go for negotiation table for Switzerland so that make any man know as wey we go fit comot. You no like me, I no fit dey continue force myself for you. You no like me, you don show me over the years. You take my marketing board, you take my bank, you take my university, but you now don go now na Akonolinga. All this now you don burn hospital for Kumba, burn the one for Manfe, but which one dey wey you know burn am? Now you burn the one too for Bello, you small time you burn the one for Bamenda, very soon you burn the one for outside. Na which kind thing that way until some person go don finish destroy una before una go wake up. Ambazonia dey una dey sleep. Please, ladies and gentlemen, we continue to read. This massacre is just one of the numerous massacres carried out by La République du Cameroon's genocidal army since dictatorial Biya declared war on our people on November 30th, 2017. The Gabu massacre. Una begin here, I dey read am now one by one. So that if una be don forget, una remember I started off by saying that we tend to forget. But if they remember Gabu massacre, the tears never finish dry. And there is another communique ongoing that there is a second attack going on now in Gabu again. Okay. The Menka Pinin massacre. One of the that one wey pikin dey be sleep like goat wey thunder strike them for here for night. They sleep like say na cow wey thunder strike, they die. The Fang Bali massacre, that one dem dey be even kill them, then they still burn their own corpses. If una like, go to the Amazonian Genocide Library. All these pictures, they are there. May not be say na marriage dey talk am for here o, na so e dey o. So that make una not forget say genocide and earth scorch policy dey. The Mautu massacre, una be see am. The Bole Bakundu massacre, the Ekondo Titi massacre, the Jano Miami massacre, the Bakweri Town Sandpit massacre, the Kumba massacre, the Kwakwa massacre, the Bangamno massacre, the Ebunji massacre, the Maluf massacre, the Bakundu massacre, the Alachumankon massacre, the Bafun massacre. Which other massacre? Manfe massacre, Oimojong massacre, Akwaya massacre, all the other ones that were not even there for this list. Ekona massacre, Moyoka massacre. Which massacre? Some places where massacre never take place. The one for Victoria, some massacre there, some places where massacre never take place. Now we would tell una say La République get plans for wipe out the institution. As they be take Tiko Airport, una she don quiet. They take Bafo Airport, she don quiet. Take Bali Airport, she don quiet. They take Manfe Airport, she don quiet. Now, no airport not even there for that side self. They don't enter, they take bank. Now their own Bisek Bank, Bamleke Man Bank, this kind bank, now then they for day. One una own bank them, the Amnesty Bank will be there, the Standard Bank will be there, all that bank the way it gets on there, they know they look around, you know they. Even the Igbo University wey una fight, una die, they say e harvest the more. Outside they don't can carry am back, go Akonolinga. And then una she don dey talk say nothing no dey happen. You still sit there and say no, we can still federate, we can still manage and just be with them. When they go on like King Herod, killing your sons, killing people, kill from Bengue, killing, shooting stray bullets, anyhow. Una justice, she don't say no, we can still manage. How can somebody be raping you every night, and you say, I can still manage marriage? Maflo, I don't read all the massacre there. I no fit talk new one.
Mutumbu, Mutumbu, Mama yo, na ya boy go get her. Blue Jay Brothers. Mama you kind, Mama you're beautiful, Mama you good, Mama you're wonderful. No woman like you, Mama. No woman like you, Mama. Thank God for you, Mama. Thank God for you, Mama. 'Cause you gave me life, oh Mama. Queen of my life, oh Mama. I go love you for life, oh Mama. 'Cause you love me so, oh Mama. From small begin, I never forget all the suffer when you suffer for me. Oh yeah, yeah. All the pain and the troubles where I put you through. I remember when money no be there and chop no be there for her. You be the try your best. You go run around to find us something where we go chop. When I dey sick, you know the sleep, you go the cry all night. You go hold me tight, start to pray, say God make you help my oh Lord. Ooh, I wo ye ye choma, afunga na bere ye funga choma, ambama na bere ye ambama choma, enga na chinyum ye ga choma. Mama, I wo ye ye choma, afunga na bere ye funga choma, ambama na bere ye ambama choma, enga na chinyum ye ga choma, ye ga choma, mama. Enga na chinyum ye ga choma, chinyum ye ga choma. Oh, you gave me life, oh Mama, queen of my life, oh Mama. I will love you for life, oh Mama. 'Cause you love me so, oh Mama. Hey, hey, are you there? Pina, no one there. Ale mama, selelelele. Ale mama, selelelele. Ale mama, shekelelelele. Ale mama, you're my motivation. You gave me the best education, mama. The song where I sing, I'm for you. Now it's special dedication to you. Oh yeah, I know say every night and day you pray say make a mama. The God where you the pray I'm for heaven don't give me this inspiration, mama. The song where I sing, I'm for you. Now to show my appreciation to you. Ubi ya wo ye ye choma, afunga na bere ye funga choma, ambama na bere ye ambama choma, enga na chinum ye ga choma. Mama wo ye ye choma, afunga na bere ye funga choma, ambama na bere ye ambama choma, enga na chinum ye ga choma, chinum ye ga choma. Chinum ye ga choma, chinum ye ga choma. You gave me life, oh Mama, queen of my life, queen of my life. I will love you for life, I will love you for life, 'cause you love me so, oh Mama. You gave me life, Mama, queen of my life, Mama. I will love you for life, oh Mama, 'cause you love me so, oh Mama. Selelelele, ale mama, selelelele, ale mama, selelelele, ale mama, shekelelele, ale mama, selelelele, ale mama, selelelele, ale mama, selelelele, ale mama, selelelele, ale mama.
Hello, welcome back. You are on the voice of the Amazonian woman, the Horizon, fellow viewers. We are staying the course. We have been talking to you on the role of the woman, of an Amazonian woman during the war, and now we are talking of the heinous crimes our octogenarian kangaroo republic, what they are committing on our people, all their atrocities. It's so despicable in such a way that when we, even when wants to stay quiet, it is We can't just stay quiet because the people of Gabo are not even done, but they are again in Gabo. Maflo, I don't know.
Rachel, it is quite a heavy with a heavy heart to count all these massacres because they are our children, they are our brothers, they are our mothers, grandmas, and grandpas. What about the mass graves? Yeah. What about the mass graves? That these people have moved our people and dumped them there. And just to be for records, there has never been a stray bullet that has taken a French person in Amazonia. Rachel, if you know any, name one because I have not seen it. I haven't heard that a French person has been shot on Amazonia by mistake, either by Ambazonian fighter or by military or by La Republique talks. There has never been any. So I am wondering how our boys have turned that they want to make it that is our boys that are killing our people. Why has there not been a French person killed in Amazonia by a stray bullet? So it is targeted killing. It is a genocide. That's why we call it genocide because only the English people are being killed. No French person has been killed by mistake. But some blockheads will sit there and report that the separatists are killing. It's a lie. It's a fat lie. We have educated our boys so well that they know about international law. So apart from the proxy ADF being used by La Republique, who behaves exactly like them, you have not seen a true fighter who is fighting for freedom going about killing the people that feed them. You don't kill a finger that feeds you. You don't cut off a finger that feeds you. What are you going to do tomorrow? So they will tag us and get tired because we know the truth. And the truth can only hide for a while. The truth is pregnant. And La Republique can never ever hide from this. They cannot go away with it. I can rest assured you, Rachel, and the all Ambazonians that these crimes are being recorded because the international community have their eyes on the ground and they know who is doing what. So our job is to go on Twitter, go on Facebook, go on social media and point out all these crimes so that when the international community are speaking, we have it on our record because they have it on their record. But the stupid La Republic people know they think that we are stupid and that we are not recording all these things that's happening. Yes, we are recording, and we have the names stuck behind them. Even some of the military that have committed all these atrocities, that their faces are there, their faces are gonna be tagged behind all these crimes, including the names of the ministers, the names of all those who are behind these attacks. We know them, and be rest assured that they are going to be punished accordingly. And Ambazonia is going to be free. We are free already. It's just a matter of time. I just want to rest assured, Ambazonians, that we are free because you have seen women of integrity standing at the war front fighting for Ambazonia. Some people think that we are just sitting here and talking. No, we are not. We're doing what we are supposed to be doing. And as they are invading Boyo right now, the boys are there standing and defending them. And they are standing tall. They are standing tall. When they can't defeat the boys, they've already burned down houses, burned down the district hospital. What did the district hospital do to these thugs? Did that district hospital have a gun? They have killed that one old man. Did the old man have a gun? He didn't have a gun. That shows that they are defeated because our boys are invincible. So, La Republique, they are finished. Let them carry every all the militaries and invade every area in Amazonia. The boys are invisible. And I'm advising our population to leave the roads. Please do not stay near the roadside. Go very far into the bush and save yourself, because the country is gonna be free, and we don't want to come back and not see anybody in there. Thank you, Marisha.
Flo, you said it very well, really. For some time now, some people are permanently in the bushes. If not for the dense rainforest, the high mountains, that that is a blessing. Just the topography of the land itself is a blessing. God knew that there would be a time like this where the I don't even know what the dragon will be looking for who to spit their fire on. And people have been living in the bushes for over 5 years now. Children have been given birth to in the bushes. They stay there, hoping that one day they will come out. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Amazonians, this is a take home message that before they continue to say Africans live on treetops because for what they do not know, please, those of us who know better, because of one reason or the other, our brothers and sisters have been forced to live in the bushes like bushmen, which is not our culture. Bushmen in East Africa, it is probably their culture, is the way they are. But for us, we know that that is not us. We are urban people. We are supposed to live amongst ourselves in our homes with roofs and a cement floor, a mud floor under our feet, not under bushes and trees behind boma trees and all those. Please, it is a call for us to take this genocidal thing that has fallen upon us seriously, to help pull us out. This is why I will not read all of this letter, but it says that why do we mention this Mission massacre in Fungom LGA? It says the only difference this time with the Mission massacre is that the genocidal regime was quick to take responsibility in quotes, depending on how they presented that they were responsible. They took they were quick to take responsibility through a signed communique by one captain, Anton-Fac Guimau Cyril Serge. This is by a press release, the number blah 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 blah, the day they signed it, in an attempt to foretell and manipulate the narrative concerning the cause of these recent despicable atrocities, crime on our people. I would have printed out that communique, but bear with us. We are going to have that communique so you see how they try to downplay it because Amazonians were shot dead. Two low-grade heinous crimes only fuel the resolve of our valiant self-defense revolution forces to continue to fight relentlessly to free our homeland. You will kill us, 8 million people. You can succeed to kill 3 million. 5 million is still there. God forbid that you will not kill. You will not drink the blood. We assure our people that justice will be served to the enemy. He said, once more, we reiterate our call for the international community. The Amazonian people are so peace-loving and kind that we are still looking up to the international community. We have not knocked the head of the French speaking, the La République neighbors that are dwelling amongst us, because we are so peace loving that we are hoping that the international community, especially the United Nations, how how they have piloted until it came to the eve of 31st of 30th of September, that Britain was supposed to take down Union Jack and bring up the Amazonian flag, but something else happened. We are still waiting on the international community to come and intercede. And even not that we are waiting, we are actively doing to let them know that they should come. But the fact, alongside, we are respecting the laws, because let it not be that we did not do what was right. We are still defending ourselves, international community, while waiting, hoping that you are coming, looking up to you. But then it says the international community, led by the United Nations, to set up a fact-finding mission to investigate all the atrocities, war crimes perpetrated by La République du Cameroon genocidal military since 2017, because up to now there hasn't been any fact-finding mission sent to oversee, to even think, to even evaluate, to know what is going on. United Nations has not done any. On the contrary, we have seen Commonwealth leader come and gone, and the UN man himself, Antonio Guterres, he came and went. Many of them, the Francophonie, they came and went. All of them, they came. What are their reports? What did they write about whatsoever that is going on in Amazonia that the so-called international community cannot do something? Because people keep dying, they are killing people every day. And I believe your satellites in the atmosphere are taking pictures and transmitting them to you, and you are seeing what is going on. Yeah, we thank the Google picture when the camera caught the person with the BIRO shirt burning the houses in Alo, in Lebialem. We know that you people have many of those things, as Ma Flo said, that the international community is watching and they know the truth. But then we are appealing unto you not to watch for too long, because every Amazonian lives matter. Okay, the communique continues to say Amazonians' lives are not less valuable than Ukrainian lives. This is a very big statement, fellow Amazonians, because for the time being, people are asking. They say Russia has declared war on Ukraine. They are killing people in Ukraine. We are seeing the pictures. If you open to CNN, all those things, yeah, it is not child's play. But then, what is happening with Amazonians 5 years counting? Are our lives less than the lives of the Ukrainian? I'm not sure. He said the world cannot ignore this genocide in plain sight being perpetrated on our people while all attention is focused on Ukraine. This is a racial issue here. I will openly say it. But we will come to that another day. And the letter ends by, once again, we affirm our commitment to the international community, to the internationally endorsed Swiss-led process endorsed by major world stakeholders, geared towards mediation and negotiation, while reaffirming our determination to continue to defend our people and our territory until the enemy, French Cameroon, La République du Cameroon, realizes that the only way to a just and lasting peace is through negotiations. Left to Amazonian, nobody could have been dead in southern Cameroons. But there comes a time where you have to defend yourself. You have to defend yourself. They cannot come in and kill your children, kill you, rape your wife, rape your daughters in front of you, and you fold your arms. It is not done. That is why we are still on self-defense, hoping that the international community will do the right thing. That was the letter that came from the Department of Communication, ensuring our people that don't forget that there is an ongoing genocide. Don't forget that there is an earth scorch policy from Pinin massacre to the massacre of Bello ongoing, to the 2, 4, 5, 10 people that they killed, to the woman that they shot yesterday in Bangui, close to the monastery, through a stray bullet. All those one, two, 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 two killings, five killings, they are in record. 10, 15, 20, they are in records. And this is how they kill here, they kill there, they kill here and there. Some people think that it doesn't concern me, it concerns you. Cry to your home country about the street let talk. Tell them about it. Remind them about it. Show them the pictures. Maflo, I don't know whether you have anything to add on this before we get to our draft. You have to say something about the draft because even as Amazonians came out in their numbers to come and draft, some basket mouths sat somewhere and still propagated that nothing happened. People who stole large sums of money. Maflo, I remember your LJ, you told me you gave 10,000. People who took away 1,130 something thousand, they sat around to say they did not give any money. How could you just deny your own self? We have to talk about this draft because, wow, Maflo, conclude your statement on this La Republique plans to dissolve our institution before we dive into this our draft hot and this thing. I saw something on YouTube. Somebody said, they're not be even reach 50. And then the brother did it well and brought the number of people that were present. Maflo, let me leave it to you. Please, what do you have to say? Give it. Give your statement and
Well,
let's go.
thank you, my sister. The La Republique plan, their first plan from when we became a unity state was to destroy our economic backbone, which was the banks, which was our marketing board, anything that could give us money, because they knew that when you are economically buoyant, you can be able to do anything at any stage. And even they wake you up in the night, you can speak. That is what they did to us. They destroy our banks. By the time we became united with Cameroon, banks in Cameroon could not loan out more than 5 million, but the banks in Ambazonia could do that. So it was a challenge for them. And they think that what they could do was just to kill all that. Secondly, what they tried to do was to destroy our educational system. Because once they got that done, then they know that, oh, these people are not educated, they are fools. That's why they started calling us Anglo fools, because when they destroyed our economy, we did nothing. They destroy our education, we did nothing. They destroy our law system, we did nothing. In short, they destroy everything Ambazonia. They have even, imagine taking Fon Anguafo to be the vice president. Somebody who is just supposed to be sitting there in the palace and the president will come and visit him. But now he is the one going to visit the president, the other way around. So they have destroyed our culture, but unfortunately, they could not really destroy Amazonian, the substance of Amazon, who we are. They could not deal away with that. They could not destroy us, and that's why that spirit is still in us today to stand up and fight. So now they are faced with the dilemma of defeating us at war, which they can never do it. They will never do it. If they want to do it, let them go and ask the Germans what happened in southern Cameroons when they came to colonize southern Cameroons. So La Republique is the last, the kicks of a dying horse that they are doing right now. And the only thing is that they can come and catch our innocent civilians and kill them, put then guns on them, and deceive the people that, oh, the separatist fighters, they are killing the separatist fighters every day. Or these people have been killed by the separatist fighters. So, my dear sister, we are capable of building these institutions. And that is why they had to use some of us to come and destroy the IG that is a formidable force for this war. By doing what? By stealing our money, by stealing our treasury, breaking into the treasury, by destroying our communication system, which is our TV. This is what that is the plan of the enemy. So our institutions have been destroyed from zero, and we are now uh, at the war front, and they will not destroy us again. Thank you so much.
Maflo, thank you for that icing. You know, you just ice the cake. Sometimes when somebody is talking, we dwell too much in the past. The same things are happening in front of us. Thank you for just icing it that even in our current IG, una self Ambazonia people, una know for una LGA, then some person go talk say dem too dey do LGA. They will say there be LGA chair, then two go say there be county chair. All those things that say na that game, na the game wey my floor talk and so. If they not thief money, they thief people. If they not thief money, they try for play over your mentality, for tell you for start form life for people that name them. Then when they tell them say una bring small proof, mo say no, not even dey. Then they start to say I've been waiting for the proof to come. The proof, not the come. Dem sing some that their song say on n'entend l'enfant ne vient pas. We are waiting with the wait for evidence. Since evidence no come, and you still sit down for that place. Come home, Papa. Come home, come home. You are weary and sad, for the road has been lonely and dreary and sad. Oh, prodigal child, come home, home, come home, come home, come home, come home, come home. Don't be sitting there and be waiting for any evidence. Prodigal children, come home. Anyone that
Yes,
says they should behave,
our smart king, Dr. Tita, saw it early on that these people are just confusionists. They don't even know.
I don't
It's
know.
just hatred for Dr. Sakoda made them to do what some of them, and they are now regretting. But we
I
still
don't
want them to
know.
calm,
Our
calm.
enemy works in so many ways. We just have to let things. Our enemy is very smart in such a way that he would tell you that this is white when it is still black. So to me, I continue to say, come home, come home, come home. And even though as you are coming home, the light will shine. The thing remains, nobody can defeat Amazonia. Yes, nobody. Amazonia will be fulfilled and we shall get there. That's the more reason why 2022 draft Maflo. What if you tell me about the draft? Because we want to talk about the
That
launching of
draft,
that draft.
that
What I
launching
just
be
give you
sweet me for
headlines.
skin.
What I give you headlines on what we want to talk about this draft. We want to talk about the launching about this draft. Sorry, enough. Director of Resource Mobilization, Nijo, the team that were supposed to be here, Ma Irene said it before. The Secretary of State for at the Treasury, Ma Irene, my mama, she said it before that they were supposed to be here, but she's working at home. And the director, they give the apology. But we will do our best because Marflo is in the UK. We need you. They work hand in hand. Me too. In many places, I work hand in hand. So we have the information. Even when we don't have the information, we see it and we participate. Marflo, we want to talk about that launch. We want to talk about the money where they raise them. We want to talk about um, how how that the tell we say they not raise plenty money. Oh my love small, even though my brother that he die for hometown. Then na this money way and how that very draft don't make some people then they don't do fake video so that more can't take them back, give them money. The draft get plenty things they wait there for head. Ma pick this call for Ma Irene. Hello, Ma I.
Hello, small sis.
Yes.
I did watch Nabiya my skin to sugar.
Okay.
It is So I don't want to say that song fine, but now if you say na me sing, I'm a singer, I'm different. No,
Eh.
the
See,
singer say, "Come home, sinners, come home." So, but the Lord is waiting for you. I'm not still singing for
yes.
primary school.
Looking for you. Come home, sin
Calling for
for
you.
you.
Come
Come
home,
home,
sinners,
sinners,
come
come
home.
home. That's a CWF
So,
song.
so I just want to say something about this job because again I'm meeting in the next 10 minutes.
Okay,
So, but
Mama.
I just want to thank Una, you cheerleaders. No, Una, don't forget say Una get meeting coming up. We will require Una cheer people for every local government chairperson and every county chairperson is invited to this meeting. It's a very crucial meeting.
When is it?
I think it's going to be at the top of the hour. I think
Okay.
at about 9 p.m. Amber time or something. I'll
Okay.
check the time again.
Mm-hmm.
So you and Maplo, please. So Maplo, tell KCM Boboyo say me say chief Ambazonia with their money 50,000 because all these things they work at chief money chop farm. Now, person you can't talk and say he get somebody who can help us and do things. Pro president say okay, bring her now. Anything for the good of Amazonia. But we try am. Most of the money they eat and run. We go meet up with brothers. Last time they say na audio money we get we do. They go tip the money. Na so say they go tip the money. You know, so I beg I say I don't want this thing to give people the relevance. Why when they work and talk about colon and them? I just forget say that they exist.
Okay, Mama.
So the thing I really want to know is spend with time for Amazonia People Television. Talk now. I want to thank one of the brothers. I don't go name his name. I don't go even call it county. I'm so proud of you, brother. You saw the light. You saw that you were deceived. You saw that you were manipulated. That's why you came last time and you dragged it.
Mm-hmm.
You dragged it to show these people that, you know what? I am an Amazonia. I followed you all because I thought you had something to say. But as you realize, say that Nala did it come, you just come out. So please, at the back say as I talk about this draft, the emphasis where we delay since Macombi not there here, now for say me everybody redeem the pledges. So as I don't see me Amazonia say we don't postpone draft now till July 2nd because there's no need for we will draft LGHA people una form una resource mobilization teams and take time call. But I must give a big shout out to my ex Ngokitikunja County rocks. Because Ngokitikunja is the only county where they actually take time, write letters to people who never pay draft, with the pledge for them, they not pay, to say, hey, thank you so much for pledging with us, but we also want you to redeem our pledges. I mean, I could not be proud enough of them. We cannot sit there and draft for you people and do your job again for you all. So our job is to sit there, galvanize the people to come. Your job is to go out there and actually take the list. So in this meeting today, we are going to be distributing the list and your local government. And please, please, you hear with President talk, a pledge without redemption is worse than not drafting at all. So it is up to you. And moving forward, we are going to every 2 weeks sit down and go through a scorecard to see have you increased your redemption? Have you not increased your redemption? If you have not increased your redemption, what are you doing wrong? So me and my combi, we are savvy business people. We are willing to share our expertise for free for the sake of Amazonia. So please, please, county chairs, local government chairs, get your resource mobilization team trained so that when we go, we want you all to redeem the pledges because if you do not redeem the pledges, we are not coming back to draft. So I just wanted to make sure I add this piece in there since now the topic when I want to talk about now. My beautiful little sister, so proud of you girls.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Mama. We will do just that. Okay. Thank you. This
Thank you,
is
our
the
Iron
purpose
Lady.
of diversity. This is diversity. You've heard from the horse's own mouth. A woman who sits sometimes from 9 p.m., 8 p.m. Amber time till 5 a.m. the next day Amber time. Is that
And she will
not
still go to work
right? She will still cook food at home. She will
and
still
clean
answer
the
the children's
house.
call. She will still do all that. You don't, sometimes we don't realize the power we have, the strength we have, until when we start getting out of our comfort zones. When you get out of your comfort zone, you realize that, wow, I didn't know I could even do this one. So it's just a call. It's not because somebody has it all. We all have 24 hours. But when you go your extra mile, you see your body will be strengthened, will be trained to do what you thought, oh, I could never do it. So, not taking much of our time, ma, I will say more not talk. I mean, I call that people then, I no go call them. They know themselves. More talking about, let's talk about our draft. How more appreciate people they had. They will bring this 445,000 draft in one night.
Rachel,
Yes, ma.
wait,
Okay, oh,
wait.
I had to hear for
The
you.
coup plotters when they thief that money, that coup plotter they when they thief that money, the Boyo executive, the former one, then their name they inside. They
Yes.
must bring that money. They must bring them.
Okay.
If he stay as he stay, even if they go, I be don't tell them. Say some of we dey so marriage where now God just put you for this play all day. Because what we did do as women and as the custodians of this revolution, some people don't realize it. Because I get my thing that I have to do now. I get plenty thing in my house. I have to clean my house. I have to look after my children. I have to do plenty thing them. But here am I sitting here, cracking my head. And somebody, I actually saw this coming since last year. And I didn't know what was going on, but I knew that something was cooking. I knew something was fidgeting. I could see the behavior, something moving around. If I take those, if you were understanding my country talk, I will send those audios to you to listen to how I used to talk in the forum, and they even opted to send me and Mr. Mike out of the county to oust us out because we wanted to destroy the county. We did not know why they will suddenly start behaving that way, and there was something cooking. So actually, the Boyo leadership were not just coup plotters following; they were the architect of the coup plotters. As I am telling you, that money, that 10,000 that they took from Boyo, the Boyo leadership knew about it. They knew that something was going to happen like that. And they started manipulating, and I started talking. I started telling them that they were going to be exposed. I actually used this word that what you are doing in less than no time, you're going to be exposed. And they took me as an enemy. But the person that is going to dance last is going to be the best. So they are going to pay that money. Right now, as I'm speaking, the 501c account are still with them. How much ever they ran with it, because there was a treasurer but never had access to the account. The financial secretary never had access to the account. The chairman was the secretary general, was the financial secretary, and was the treasurer, and was the chairman, and was the defense, and everything. One person. Well, we didn't understand. I wrote a long letter to the IG just to open their eyes. And Abongwa tried to fidget confusing that he wants to solve the problem between me and chairman. It wasn't a problem between me and chairman. It was a county problem. And I was crying out, but people were looking at me as being the problem. Instead, this is what is happening to Dr. Sako. They are looking at him as the problem, but the actual people who are causing the problem, the people are not seeing it. And it's wrong. It is time we Ambazonians start asking critical questions as critical thinkers as we are. Don't just sit in the comfort of your zone and then you see Chris Arno shouting over there, you start saying, oh, he is right. No. Initially, I actually thought that there was a problem between Chris Arno and Aringo and was like, let's bring these two comrades together and see how we can solve this problem. Little did I know that he was the enemy in the house. And when I saw that the leadership of Boyo had a problem, and that problem, I did not even know that it was to this extent until the coup plotting came and we saw their direction. And they started making as if they wanted to beat about the bush. We said, no, this is not right. How can you be the one that collected money and asking Dr. Sako about money? It doesn't make sense. So the leadership of Boyo at the time of coup plotting that have joined them, they must bring the money. And I'm pleading with the IG to add their names to those that are being sent to court. They have to bring that 501c because it was created under Ambazania Foundation. So they are not gonna go court free. Thank you, Marisha.
The number one most important thing for every Amazonian to do right now is to draft. Draft and draft and draft. People of Amazonia, draft.
It's really for the people of Amazonia to draft. The thing is that, Flo, you are narrating your own story in Boyo. It's the same thing that was in Momo, was the same thing that was in Jikwa. And you see all this group of people who claim that, who were in leadership then, who managed to siphon money. Like in Jikwa, the chairperson had 4 accounts on his names. 4 accounts. He was the one controlling himself all alone. I will say it here. I try to appeal, bring those accounts, let's see what is inside. Up to today, because nobody knew who was contributing to him in what account, or when I called out for accountability, he brought a spreadsheet. I realized that everything was just fake because, for example, my 2020 draft, the number that was on my draft certificate was not the same number that was on the spreadsheet that was brought out for me. And the amount that I had paid for that draft was not, it was not even there. Because those of us in Europe, sometimes we even forget, instead of the $100, the $1,000, you just sign out €1,000, which is plus. So that is something that has even caused the people on Jikwa to be backsliding, not to come to participate. Why? Because they think that their money will still be swallowed. But this is what this young man did. Those accounts were there. There was one Afunda Ofe. All those names, I have all of those accounts. When I tried to call him to say, please, nobody knew who was contributing to you, because some people never contributed their 1,000 completed. Some did 300, some did 500, just to support it and let it go. There was no account given on those ones. And at the end of the day, they turned around with their famous chairman that was in Momo, and they are forming something that they call now. I wonder what they are doing after having treated people the way, who will even go to follow them, who will even see you as somebody that can give accountability. But the thing is that their actions have affected some people who say, I don't trust anybody. But the people of Momo, the people of Jikwa in particular, I just want to tell you people that when we cover up for criminals, we will end up not doing what is expected of us. We will hinder the progress ourselves. That is why, even in the whole thing, we are calling on people to stand up and let's fight this criminality, this injustice that is against us, because the trend keep going on. Those people who already knew how to use the enemy's tactics to steal and to destroy a whole system and the institution, they rushed into the thing and occupied positions. And when money was placed under their care, people trusted them. They now
That's
sucked the
right.
money and then withdrew. This is the thing that they used, so much so that this second phase, it's just by the grace of God that some people are smart and intelligent, that they say we must pull this thing through. If not, those thieves who stole money, one said and said, It's just airtime money, it's radio money. It is sad to begin to talk about them because these are people who have lived the experience and even stole from the purse. The Judas that stole from the purse that was kept in their keeping. They are saying that there was no money. The same way Judah went to throw the 30 pieces of gold and hung himself. So
They're the
many
ones
will
that
have to
actually know. They are the ones that
so
actually
many.
know how audio money looks like. Mara, sorry for
Yeah,
cutting you there.
yeah.
They're the ones that
No, no,
actually know how radio money looks like. Because if there was no radio money, they wouldn't have stolen anything. So Chris Ano at some point is gonna tell Ambazonians whether the money he took and gave to his friend is radio money or is audio money, however they call it. He is going
yeah.
to say it, how come money was audio money and then you stole it? How did you steal it? Because these school plotters are not asking him any questions. They come and ask Dr.
No,
Sako when you were in your county, it means that they did not contribute. Because if you contribute money in your county or your LGA, you're not going to go and ask Dr. Sako because he's not the one in your county. It is your chairperson, it is your treasurer, it is whoever is keeping money in your county. They're making this thing to look as if they don't know how LGA by county works. Your LGA contributes money and it is in your LGA. The money in the treasury is actually those who came from different countries to contribute to help to support you, and then they pay money into the treasury in your own name. So that's why you see some counties and some LGAs having money in the treasury because that county has been supported by all Amazonians paying in money into the treasury. But the money
Master,
actually the
there's an
draft
incoming call.
in that
Master,
LGO county.
there's an incoming call.
Thank you.
Hello, hello, caller.
Hello.
Hello, sir. You are on the horizon.
Rachael, I want to contribute something there.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I I did not know some of us on the home front. We didn't know that you had a lot of people there. So many thieves in a small place. I don't know how to do it. So
Hmm. Network. This is a caller from home front. From what I got, it was telling us that they didn't know that there were so many thieves.
There are so
One
many
day,
thieves, and they keep pointing
maybe
fingers at the
we
wrong
have to,
direction.
Marflo, maybe we have to come out one day and make a list and go out here on this show because with everybody with their own testimony, because I have my own coming up strongly from Jikwa, where
Yes,
what
yes,
you
yes.
reported,
We
I
have
saw
to do
it
that.
not coming. I gave vote of non-confidence severally to say the way I see it, something is wrong. This is not leadership. Something when they said they were doing Mumu marshals or whatsoever, they said bring out the money. We said that wait, let's discuss it in our LGA if we are going to give that money. Before we turn around, you had already I will call it siphon the money because I want to believe that they agreed amongst them that what you will receive from your LGO, that's your share. What you will get from your side, that is your share. Keep it and keep it. And this is how till today they turn around and they begin to give narration that this person is stealing, this person did that. When they are the perpetrators, they are the people who were in leadership. That time, everybody was just happy for the sake of Amazonia. We were just so happy that oh, we were just giving freely and contributing, trusting our own brothers. But they were there doing their businesses home and traveling until the other one came and said the prime minister wants to have a meeting with us. I begin to wonder that how can you be the chairman here and you're having opportunity to have meeting with the prime minister of La Republique? How? And then the other one came and said he brought the deal. How could you be fighting a government and then at the same time you are at that same enemy's camp planning for a deal? You know, sometimes God reveals some things. He wants to open people's eye to know, even the ones you are eating with. We are not saying this because we are happy. We are so sad to see that when they are killing our people, earth scorching us, genocide is ongoing. Our fellow brothers are happy to go and dine with the enemy, and at the same time ready to stab fellow brothers on the back. So we are not happy about this. This is why we are calling upon all Amazonians that you come and draft on the in this 2022 draft, because you, firepower is ongoing and everyone is seeing the power of the firepower. So, some are pretending to come and say that they are doing good works. They stage a video as if they are fighting the enemy La Republique. Yes, thinking that the money we have already drafted, we will come and contract them and give them money. No, since
No, no, that's not gonna work this time around. Our eyes are
that's what I'm
open
saying,
and
Maflo.
our whites are
Since men
yes.
learn to shoot without missing, birds too, they learn to fly without perching. So we know all that tactics, it no go work. So the only thing we will go encourage na say draft. Na here una brother padi the talk. Draft. And they don't give us time. This 445,000. If Juni Joe be there, he go give you how much you already enter inside the portal. I no fit talk am. Dem be talk say dem go send me the document. Make me and see am whether I go
Actually, we don't really need you to be coming to confirm. Because those who are
no.
saying it, they know what we are up to and what we can do. The issue here is
Yes.
that we are going to
Okay,
expose
Maflo.
all those people who
Maflo.
helped Cristiano steal the money.
Yeah, Maflo, ma read this thing because time they can't go concerning this job where it come out for Nijo their office. They say ABC TV News. Well, it's calling again. Okay, let me come. Let me just pick this call. Hello.
Congratulations, ma'am. I follow on a program. Even though at the same time I reproduce them, I want make contribution if you permit me.
Okay,
Ma
contribute.
Florence, Ma Flo, I salute you. Napadi, I follow on a program. Even though I reproduce them at the same time, I enjoy a long time. You don't throw in me. Thank God say for ABC, we still meet up with top. Yeah, that coupon, the way they waste their time to talk about this draft. Every day we dey receive receipts for people wey dey pay draft. Like how I read talk, just talk on air. As I talk right now, I get the receipt for 2,000 already credited now. Where you don't credit them for the account as we talk. Another receipt just come in now. The name no there, they make a look am. $300 don't be credited. I get someone for morning. Make I just go through all the receipts more at the same. 250. I forward I made it, make me begin publish. And we don't want to go this route even because some people do it, they don't want their information out there.
Exactly.
Then for morning, I get another receipt for $500. So every day Amazonians they aggressively redeem their pledges. Thank you now to get the wonderful show and enjoy.
Thank you. Now, Uncle,
Thank you,
how
Paddy.
one
Thank
call
you.
yourself now? Paddy that way now. You see the background fine, so now you give me the fine background. So me always
Paddy,
enjoy.
must give my own
Okay,
background or that patch I know work again. I
no,
don't like that thing.
your background will be when green screen be. My just read this thing wey come up for Nijo their office. Really. It say, on behalf of your interim government, I would like to thank you for your generous contribution of 445,000,003 in favor of Amazonian humanitarian. Your financial assistance will help us to continue with our goals to free motherland and assist our ARF and our PO, prisoners of war. If over the years, it is the benevolent act of committed people and history makers like you that have made it possible for your IG to help build our self-defense arsenal with capacity which now includes rubber guns. We understand. The table below is for your records and to debunk the devil who claim these are fake figures. Department of Resource Mobilization urge every history-making Amazonians to note the figures for your constituent and ensure to redeem your pledge and prove them wrong yet again with your action on home front. This is it. It says the zone, Amazonia has been divided is now in 3 zones. You have the Savannah zone, you have the counties and the amount and the total. When you came to Savannah zone, which is made up of Boyo, Bui, Donga, Mancho, Mencho, Mangoki, Tunja, you have a sum total of $89,000. Sum total. And you see it is divided according to the different 21,000, 14,000, 12,000, 14,000, 28,000. So far 22,000 has been redeemed. This is why 2 weeks from now on to the 2nd of July, people are called upon to redeem their pledges because we cannot go county by county when we still have this amount to redeem. And as it has been said, many people are redeeming their pledges. Even in my LGA, people are already filling their space. You come to the Midland zone, you have Lebialem, Manu, Mezam, and Momo, where you have a sum total of 277,000, and you have 8,000 for Lebialem, Manu 37, Mezam 114,000, Momo 117,000. Those are the figures that we are supposed to be thinking of how we can redeem these pledges. So far, 64,000 of that money has been redeemed. So we have, and if you check the records from what we saw on the Momo list, people have redeemed more than how many? So you come to Atlantic zone, you have Fako, Kupe, Maniguba, Meme, and Tian. You have a sum total of of 64,000, for which 36 for Fako, 19 for Kupe Maniguba, 7 for Meme, and 2,300. Purportedly 18,000 for Ndian because of a brother's pledge. So people are called upon to redeem these pledges. So what is, yeah, good. So the letter continues that during these uncertain times, your government is carefully monitoring the ramifications for our fundraising events, including county draft. Following our record-breaking award 2022 launch, raising well over $445,000, the Department of Resource Mobilization consulted senior stakeholders on the way forward. We also consider the following lines. Your draft is only as good as how much you pay now. A pledge is a statement of intent, and a failed pledge is worse than no draft at all. Let us draft and pay as soon as now. This is a quote from Dr. Samuel Ikomisako, June 2022. So we are appealing. The letter continues. We thought that every constituent needs to be made aware of how much funds their community has a pending collection. The above amounts are more for some counties, including the NEDF pledges gives a staggering total of $670,000 available to our counties that needs to be collected as shown on the table above. So there are monies to be collected. If you're an LGA chair, county chair, do well to collect this money. This is a plea from the Department of Resource Mobilization before we even think of visiting counties and doing the normal thing. We concluded that rather than solicit additional pledges, on top of pending pledges, it makes sense to delay the county draft until 2nd of July to provide support to LGAs and counties to contact all donors by the most personal means possible and assign outreach to members of your local leadership team to recover the pledges. Department of Resource Mobilization will continue to monitor and plan subsequent drafts while making prudent decisions before we commit our desperately limited resources. We hope to be able to celebrate these achievements with you at the right time and trust that you will continue to support our important work to free motherland. Thank you again for your relentless efforts. Thank you for your generous donation. Ambazonia must be free, signed by Nijo. So what is here is that every county is in this. If you look in most of the fora, this list is there. You will see how much your county has contributed. I will add that it's not only the responsibility of the LGA chairs and the executive persons to call our fellow brothers and sisters to contribute or to donate or to redeem their pledges. It is the responsibility of everyone that buys this ideology that we are going home. It's a responsibility of everyone. If you are going home, you have to look for the transport fare so that you will get home. So if you just sit back and say LGHS should do the calling and everything, no. Please call one or two extra persons to come in and draft and let's try to redeem it. Redeeming it meaning that firepower. Firepower meaning that getting it hot. Getting it hot meaning that getting it owning it. Owning it means taking control. Taking control meaning taking the decision over your homeland. Na so the thing dey. Small time the people dey go comot and na only me and you fit decide say dey go comot. If we still sidon dey waste time, we say dat una thing na lie. E go only delay small but time don reach. E go happen, we go go. So be a part of history. Write their name there so that me that day not be you say, oh no, had I known. You start say, had I known, I would have just been there and no fine for regret. You better for take part and then at the end of the day you say, I tried my best. Maflo, I no know what you get to add for this story so that me will close.
The Turina say make you can draft your money. Time go can reach. Ma dey only talk as I be talk for coup plotters. Say e go hard for you for enter Ambazonia. No be na gun go dey for your head. The thing na say border go lock you for outside. We dey talk now like say we dey play. But I no wan hear me man call my phone talk say I know you or you know me or I be take my money or I be feed na only refugees or we go need proof. Na all that will be. Because this coup plotter dem don catch you don thief money. And then very soon they talk say na Sako thief am for discourage you make you no give am. At least if you know me now, wey you know say I no be thief or I no the thief person, write your name, give me, I go protect your money and I go give you the account. If I no give my account, I dey for country where if you sue me, you know. But if you go sit down, they talk say Sako thief money, how Sako go dey America and can't thief money for Boyo now? It no make sense.
Now give the
E no make
account.
now
Who
give you the
give the
account.
account?
Now
Who give the
access.
account
If
number?
if treasurer dey for Boyo wey no get access to the money, how you go talk say Sako thief money? How? E no make
Yes.
sense. Chairperson dey for
Let me
county wey na only get access and nobody never call e name out. E dey like say even you say sef the call say na Sako thief am. If no be so, you no
that
go
is
follow coup plotters.
na the thing that way that they say make na una sef calm vote una
Thief
chairperson.
thief dem
Put am.
sabi call people dem say thief. Na only thief man dey
Send it.
sabi call another person say thief. How manage the boyo chair
Mm.
go follow coup plotter where they dey call Sako name say thief? Where e get account, na e dey control am.
And
Treasurer no
if you
get
look
access
am,
to that account.
And if you look at all of them, they're there
Rachael,
for one
we
place.
give all those people they were for Amazon, all that chair people, then that treasurer in the way they thief that money, we go bring list, call them for ABC. Make all Ambazonia they
Master,
know who be
if
rich
you take
people.
all the LGA them, all them, you start you call them, you'll see and say, all of them, they now for one side. You ask and say, how plenty
Exactly.
people they go shit down for one side. Then
So how come?
one man will all will not the same native man. All will, because if you go for Mogamu, maybe you'll get. You go for Ngi, you'll get. Go for Njikwa, you'll surely get that kind of story for that kind of people. And if you look at all them now, they dey for one side. Whether they ask them say, bring the account the way you begin the rule on that time. They're not there, they don't collect people their money. And then now people then don't now say they no go contribute. But I dey still beg for people then say, if you come on for that kind LGA or county where your chairman no be fit give you account before you go, thank God e don go in. We dey beg say now make all man come for the sake of our dying people at home. Make we try rebuild, make we come draft. At least I no know as I fit talk am, but the only thing na I don already make some analysis for here say when you draft,
No,
make you talk
I
and
check say
when
we get for call that chief people their name. So that make people then really understand what did go on. And any my name go they come out with the picture so that we'll write and say all of them so na coup plot. I mean say La Republic come buy over all the chair people, they were all the leadership we will get at that time, and then
I
talk for them for
corrupt people
background,
because
corrupt
my own
them,
be talk
and then
say my own be talk say prime minister wan see we. I ask am say how who you get the connection? How can you be fighting somebody
how
and
come?
you're talking? Because we don talk say the only place we go talk na for neutral ground with mediators and negotiators wey we go talk for know how we go solve this thing. How come you go say also una meet us so tey you dey fix appointment? So all these things, if you look at the symptoms, that you know when they say you wan get cold, you start sneeze, your throat go dey scratch small small. Some person go say how e dey say you wan get catarrh and cough so. Because when you don start see that symptoms, you go already know say the thing dey surely wan manifest later on. So we wan just appeal to Ambazonian people say, in as much as we dey call upon women make dem take upon their role like women, try for participate one way or the other, feeding an orphan, adopting a girl child, adopting a widow, adopting a prisoner of war, family or children. All those things, those are humanitarian work that you can be doing silently behind there. But then don't just do it alone, because sometimes if you do it alone behind there, you may be duplicating, meaning that maybe another group of people have already contacted that same link and given them something. And if you are silently doing your own behind without nobody knowing, you can give another person will go and give to that same person. At the end of the day, one person is receiving more assistance while other sides are being neglected. So it's sometimes good to coordinate and consult with us so that we will tell you where it is really needed, which room, which window you can open, which door you can go. Not that we want to control your money. No, nobody is interested. If you want to do it, fine yourself. We can just help you to tell you, mommy, no go for that place. Last month, some person don already adopt that family, and you know, person in need, you give, e go take am in. You give, e go take am. You give it, e go still take am. Another person go give it, e go still take am. So we dey appeal say anything wey we wan dey do, make we dey coordinate so that make we no duplicate expenditure, and then so other people dem no go get chop while we are feeding one source, you know. And then the other thing na say, make we no leave these people dem make dem destroy our institutions, make we no leave them. The only way wey we fit do na just say make we cover up with our draft, and make we try redeem our draft within this week wey dem don give we. It is our civil responsibility, brothers and sisters. We dey beg una, make everybody try. See, dem don massacre today for Fungom, for first. Today dem don massacre for Boyo. Tomorrow dem go massacre. Who knows how dem go go massacre? Who know who wey dem go massacre am? It is a sad story. All we just get to put our hands on deck and try to see that we make we build Amazonia together, make homeland a reality. Maflo, I don't know if you get anything again for talk because we fit the roundup.
Yeah, I just want for talk say the people them for home front. When I hear say military dey come, please run. Do not stand. Do not give them water to drink. Run, go you far away. Find place where they no go see you go there. I the one for plead for people them for boyo say, I know say they don't cut light where una no fit hear me now, but una fit hear this message after, or we go fit make audio then send am for una. Run, no stand, because if they catch you, they will kill you. It no matter whether you get gun or you been a fighter or you been a whoever. Even if you carry water give them they drink, they will kill you on top just because you been a Englishman. Please run. Military no be your friend. Cameroon talks that Cameroon them where they talk say na they dey protect una, so na lie. Run. Take your 2 foot, run. Take your pikin and run. Even if you waka go she don inside bush, just try wey send me message, you go send you something for day for chop for outside where you dey. Run. Thank you, ma Rachael. And then we will dey for safe place draft. Na so e dey. Thank you, mama.
Thank you, Maflo. Thank you for Maflo. Thank you for being there. Thank you, technical crew. Thank you, viewers. Thank you on Facebook and YouTube for your wonderful comments and your support. It's just so encouraging. Our brothers and sisters on ground zero, on ground one, hold tight, especially the women. If not for what has happened, some of your projects would have already been established. But we know that it will be through soon. For the young girls, the children who are looking up to that, very soon will fulfill what we told them. Just hold tight. We are coming. God will make a way. We will raise and we will still get back and do to you as we had promised. And don't relent. Just keep praying. Take care of yourself. Don't get yourself involved. We know that it's not easy to be in another man's land. And as a young girl growing up with no mother, no father, nobody to direct them, respect and honor the people that have taken you in their homes and keep yourself tight. Don't go to places where you can be rough handled and used. And all those in the IDP camps, the girls, please take care of yourself. Don't go and fall. Like the other one was saying that all of her friends are pregnant now. She doesn't want to. Please, I'm begging you people. The stress is already too much. Don't get yourself involved. Let nobody come and deceive you. I know it's easy for me to say it over here, but the situation down there, I know. But just try. Women, stand up for your fellow women, for your fellow girls, because the Earth-scorch policy is destroying our land. Our boys are not there. Our men are not there. Who are those taking responsibility for the new heads that are popping up? You can better answer. And how can we prevent this is when we educate these our daughters and tell them what to do and talk with them and adopt some and be with them in constant communication. I'm talking like this with tears in my eye because doing the field work is not a walk in the park. So, in as much as we are calling for everyone to come and draft, it is part of our responsibility that we will take from there and still help in the way that we can help even the woman and the girl child. So we just want to appreciate each and every one of you that spent time with us today. Friday is our day, 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Amber time. We'll be here again next Friday to share with you all that which we need to rub minds together, and we look forward to seeing you. Have a blessed weekend and stay tuned for Ethics in an Emerging Nation. It will be coming on anytime now. It is wonderful being with you every day. Okay, bye for now.
Mama yo, now your boy go get her. Blue UK borders. Mama, you're kind. Mama, you're beautiful. Mama, you good. Mama, you're wonderful. No woman like you, Mama. No woman like you, Mama. Thank God for you, Mama. Thank God for you, Mama. 'Cause you gave me life, oh Mama. Queen of my life, oh Mama. I will love you for life, oh Mama. 'Cause you love me so, oh Mama. From small begin, I never forget all the suffer when you suffer for me. Oh yeah, yeah. All the pain and the troubles where I put you through. I remember when money no be day and chop no be day for her. You be the try your best. You go run around to find us something where we go chop. When I dey sick, you know the sleep. You go dey cry all night. You go hold me tight, start to pray, say God make you help my oh Lord. Ooh, I wo ye choma. Afunga na bere ye funga choma. Ambama na bere ye ambama choma. Ega na chinum ye ga choma. Mama, I wo ye choma. Afunga na bere ye funga choma. Ambama na bere ye ambama choma. Ega na chinum ye ga choma. Ega choma, mama. Ega na chinum ye ga choma. Chinum ye ga choma. Oh, you gave me life, oh Mama. Queen of my life, oh Mama. I will love you for life, oh Mama. 'Cause you love me so, oh Mama. You're my motivation. You gave me the best education, Mama. The song where I sing, I'm for you. Now it's special dedication to you. Oh yeah. I know say every night and day you pray say make a Mama. The God where you the pray, I'm for heaven. Don't give me this inspiration, Mama. The song where I sing, I'm for you. Now to show my appreciation to you. Be a warrior, choma. I found a better, yeah, from a choma. I'm bombing a better, yeah, bomb a choma. And Ghana, chinum, yeah, choma. Mama, warrior, choma. I found a better, yeah, from a choma. I'm bombing a better, yeah, bomb a choma. And Ghana, chinum, yeah, choma. Chinum, yeah, choma. Chinum, yeah, choma. You gave me life, Mama, queen of my life, queen of my life. I will love you for life. I will love you for life. 'Cause you love me so, Mama. You gave me life, Mama, queen of my life, Mama. I will love you for life, oh Mama. 'Cause you love me so, oh Mama, Mama, selelele, ale Mama, selelele, ale Mama, selelele, ale Mama, shekelelele, ale Mama, selelele, ale Mama, selelele, ale Mama, selelele, ale.
You are watching The Horizon. The voice of the Amber Woman. Exclusively on ABC Amber TV.
The media greatly influences society. They inform people about what is happening. It permeates people's lives by creating their own criteria and opinions. In this way, the media moves the masses, creating different social movements.
For over 60 years, the people of Ambazonia were deprived of such privileges. The privilege to enhance their own criteria and opinion. They have suffered cultural genocide for 6 long decades, but not in this age and not with undaunted ABC Amber News on board.
You must understand that wars are fought and won in the media. The speed of the revolution on Ambazonia's quest for freedom cannot be explained without highlighting the diligent use of the media.
Franco-Cameroon colonizers, among other strategic moves, weaponized the media against Ambazonia for so long, and they continue to do so even today. The question would be, how much do the oppressed people of Ambazonia need to counter the media rage?
Indeed, how much more is required to stop the genocide? The carnage in Ambazonia didn't start today. In 1961, 1972, 1984, and 1992, Ambazonians were slaughtered in huge numbers and help was not forthcoming. Why? Because the oppressor was the piper in the media.
The good news is we have what it takes to dictate the pace.
Right now, ABC Amber TV is taking advantage of the wonders of multimedia aggressively
to inform the misinformed and disinformed with undaunted and other revolutionary programs bringing it to the news untold stories.
Most importantly, to win the media war by taking ABC Amber TV into every multimedia platform.
In a word, where the importance of storytelling can never be overemphasized, Ambazonians has to tell her own story, not the other way round.
And like we say it always, Ambazonia must narrate her story accurately. We can do this together, you know, right? You are just a click away. Visit our website at www.abcambertv.com, and the steps are quite simple.
With just a click on the website, you can become a club member with so many benefits.
You can also make a one-time donation, advertise and showcase your goods and services at the marketplace on the website.
That was easy, right? You're welcome on board.
And thank you for opting for the winning team.
The number one most important thing for every Ambazonian to do right now is to draft. Draft and draft and draft. People of Ambazonia, draft.
Why the war draft is a must now. Fellow Ambazonians, after 5 years of relentlessly fighting for the liberation of our homeland from the genocidal occupation of French Cameroon, it's very important that we remember why we are fighting and why it's so absolutely necessary that we continue to fund the struggle by joining the war draft and making even greater sacrifices than before. When the United Nations General Assembly in Resolution 1608-XV of April 21, 1961, granted independence to the Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia, they did not expect that 61 years after, this territory will be forcefully annexed and colonized by a belligerent neighbor. It must be noted here that the territory of the Southern Cameroons had already attained self-government as early as 1954, a status we enjoyed up to 1972, when the state of West Cameroon, Southern Cameroons, was illegally annexed, overrun, and occupied by French Cameroon. And because the Southern Cameroons within secure internationally recognized boundaries, she had a functional police force under the direct command of the Prime Minister and head of government, including a mobile paramilitary wing that played the role of a territorial self-defense force. It was this vibrant territorial force that was illegally and surreptitiously disbanded by the Yaoundé regime in the mid-60s, when our nationalist leader and head of government of the Southern Cameroons, Bobe Augustin Ngom-Dua, was overthrown by the creeping annexationist regime of Amadou Ahidjo. So as we enter another patriotic war draft and fundraiser for our violent restoration forces, we must remember that just as we restored Dr. Ndele's government on October 1st, 2017, we are also restoring our territorial self-defense force, now dubbed the Amazonian Restoration Forces, ARF. Charged with not only the defense of our country and our nation, but also with driving out for once the occupation forces of genocidal Cameroon. Taking part in the war draft for our Amazonian Restoration Forces is therefore a great patriotic duty that we must all embrace. As we speak, the country of Ukraine is under attack, with parts of her territory occupied by the Russians. We have seen how the Ukrainians have risen like one man to defend their territory, instituting a war draft that has prohibited men from the ages of 18 to 60 years of age from leaving the country. Not only are they not allowed to leave the country, but they're also compelled to take an active part in the defense of their country against the occupying forces of Russia. This is the same patriotic fervor that we expect from all Amazonians now in fulfilling our sacred duty of defending and freeing the motherland from the genocidal grip of Cameroon's occupation forces. Thousands of our young men and women have risen since 2017, picking up arms and fighting the occupation forces to the death. We've lost thousands with many more injured, while thousands more are in the bushes fighting day and night to drive out the occupiers. It's therefore imperative that those of us, especially those in the diaspora, that are not confronting the enemy on the ground play our part and fulfill a sacred duty of drafting, raising the funds, and providing the logistics that our restoration forces need to resist the occupiers. Fellow Amazonians, joining the draft and contributing generously is not a matter of choice for any Amazonia, but a sacred duty to oneself, family, and the nation. They say sacrifice makes gods of men, makes us sacred, so let us do our duty now. Our President, His Excellency Dr. Samuel Ikome Sako, and the Resource Mobilization Department will be visiting each and every county soon for another round of the draft. Based on the current geopolitical atmosphere, this is a time for us to empower our restoration fighters on the ground to achieve some of our key strategic and military goals, to once more prove to the world that we are ready to not only reclaim, but to defend our country after liberation from any future aggression. By building a formidable, responsible, and credible self-defense force, Amazonians will be proving to the world that we are a responsible state and ready to play a constructive role in the Gulf of Guinea. The rest of the world is watching and waiting to see how capable Amazonians are in terms of establishing themselves as Africa's newest state. We must therefore make even greater sacrifices in our efforts to upgrade our valiant restoration forces as they lay their lives on the line to liberate Amazonia. As a footnote, we must remember that it costs between $3,000 to $5,000 to properly equip each restoration fighter to effectively engage the enemy. So as we look up to our boys on the ground, expecting results from them, we must first ask ourselves how far we've gone to empower them. We must first ask ourselves how much financial sacrifices we have made to provide them the means to fulfill their sacred duties. Fellow Amazonians, this is the time for us to draft until we drop. That must be our slogan and rallying cry now. And along the way, we should be asking ourselves some critical questions. Are we still enjoying 3 square meals a day while our boys on the ground lack the basic gear they need to resist the occupiers? Are we still living a life of luxury and comfort while our brave restoration forces lack medical supplies at the front? Are we still throwing big birthday bashes while our restoration forces lack basic communications equipment to maximize their efforts? Are we still going on cruises and expensive vacations while our IDFs on the ground go without food and logistics? Are we still finding excuses not to make the necessary sacrifices and drafting big while our restoration forces lack the game-changing equipment that they so desperately need to bleed the enemy? On a daily basis, How much are we putting aside for our liberation, knowing that only through fierce resistance are we going to liberate our beloved country? Are we providing the federal government and the CIC the means to carry out some of the critical intelligence and other special operations across the national territory? Fellow Ambazonians, as we ponder these questions, we must remember that a goal that is not funded is nothing but a wish. And we must not let Ambazonia die as a wish, because we fail to fulfill our patriotic duties by making the great sacrifices befitting of a great people. Fellow Ambazonians, the war draft once more is coming to your county. Stand up and be counted. No great victory was ever achieved than by greater sacrifices. We are enough, so let's draft, draft, and draft until we drop. Our existence as a people depends on that.